Last appointment of the day. You made it just on time. Good. I was hoping you wouldn't change your mind. Let me check those papers. You signed your consent forms online? Yes? Alright, let me just... Yep, I see him right here. Looks like we have everything we need. Great. And thank you again for volunteering for this cranial nerve exam. Your data will be very, very valuable to us. And don't worry, I'll take great care of you. So, are you about ready to get started? I just need you to take a seat and get comfortable. You're not going to need to do much. I'll guide you through everything. All I need from you is your cooperation and your attention. This test is pretty simple. It's non-invasive and nothing's going to hurt. We're just going to go through all 12 cranial nerves so we can test them and gather some data. So all I'm going to do is just ask you to follow some very basic, simple instructions for me. Sound good? Perfect. Let's get started then. Let's begin with something simple. All I need you to do is just take a whiff of this and breathe in nice and slow. Just in through your nose. And then exhale. This test has the first cranial nerve. Now again, just inhale and exhale. Good. Now, can you tell me what scent that is? Good. Perfect. That's just right. Now one more time. This one's different. Alright. And inhale. Now what did that smell like? Perfect. Exactly. Alright. We have another one. This one's a little different. Might be a bit harder to distinguish. Could you tell? And what was it? I can tell from your reaction. You got it just right. Great job. Looks like your olfactory nerve is in working order. No problems there. Great condition. You did wonderful. Alright. Next one. The second cranial nerve is the optic nerve. So, again, very simple. We're just going to do a little visual exam. So all I want you to do is just look at me right on my nose. If you can do that, just focus there, and then I'm going to hold up some fingers, and I just want you to tell me how many I'm holding up. Okay, how many? 2. How many? 4. And how many? Sorry, I was putting that to the other side of your head. Now, how many? 1. One more time. Now, how many? Great job. 5. Looks like you can see fine there. Let's try something else. Now just look right off to the side over here. I'm going to point at some things near us, and I'm just going to ask you to tell me what color they are. Okay. Now, what color is this? Can you tell me what color that is? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Perfect. And how about these? What color are these? Mm-hmm. Good. Now, how about these lights right here at the tip of my finger? What color are these? Hmm. Um, well, you know what? I'm sure it's fine. Close enough. Good job. You might want to get checked for color blindness though, but I guess it could just be distorted in the room. Alright, we're still on the ocular nerves, so now we're going to move on to the cranial nerve number 3. It's also still related to the eye, like I said, and it's called the ocular motor nerve. It controls the part of your eye that moves and also eyelid movement. So, again, simple test. You're just going to focus on me and you're going to look at my fingers. I'm going to move them slowly, and all I want you to do is follow them with your eyes and not move your head. Okay? Now just follow my fingers as they move up and down and side to side. Just keep following. You're doing great. Looking good so far. Just keep your eyes on them. Side to side. Up and down. To the corners of your vision. Great job. You followed them perfectly. No issues there. You did really well. Now, I want you to do some blinks for me. Let's test those eyelids. Just blink and open and blink and open and really squeeze those eyelids shut and blink and open. Good job. Alright, we have 2 more and we're going to kind of test these a little bit together. This is the 4th and the 6th nerve, the trochlear and abductus nerves. These control more eye movements, but they're a little more specific. So, the first thing we're going to do is again, do a little more finger following, but maybe a little faster, and just try and track my fingers, okay? Here we go. And just follow them as I move them around your vision. No moving your head, just follow my fingers. You're doing great. Just a little bit more. Okay, good. Now for this next part, we're going to kind of test the limits of those muscles. So what I want you to do, again, no moving your head, just look as far up as you can, like right up into your eyelids, look all the way up, like, but no moving your head. Okay, and then all the way down, don't move your head, just look as low as you can. Really stretch. Great job. And then do the same thing the left, look all the way left. And then look all the way to the right. Perfect. Now, without kind of stretching or straining quite as much, just casually, like you normally would, look up and down and to the left and to the right. Now, give me a few blinks. Blink, 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 blink. Okay. How did that feel? How are your eyes feeling? Not too much strain? Perfect. You're doing really, really well. I'm really, really proud of you. You're staying focused and giving me some great data. Now, that's the end of the ocular nerves, or the nerves that control the eye. So if you'll give me a minute, I'm just going to take a few notes, make sure I've got all of this recorded, and then we'll move on to the next set. It really is very important data. Your volunteering is really important to us. Okay. Perfect. Let's keep going. So, this next part, we're going back to cranial nerve number 5, the trigeminal nerve. This one has a lot to do with your facial sensation, so kind of contact on your face and whether or not you can feel it. So, it's not going to hurt or anything. It's just going to be some light palpation and gentle touches around your face. Is that okay? Okay. Now, just let me get my gloves on. Alright. Just very light contact. You should feel it, but not too much. Just a light little sensation. Here. And here. Here. How about that? And there. Yeah? Perfect. I'll just test a little bit of those reflexes around the eye. Great. The last thing this nerve does is also control your chewing muscles. So if you could do something and clench your jaw like you are chewing just a few times for me. And I'm just going to feel that muscle while you do it. Okay? And clench. And clench. And one more time for me. Good job. Perfect. That is exactly it. Great job. Now, we're on to nerve 6. This one's the facial nerve, and I'm sure you could guess, but it controls facial movement. It's like the small micro movements of your face that make up expressions. And this one might seem a little bit silly, but we gotta test that muscle. So, easy request. Can you smile for me? It doesn't have to be a huge one. Nothing crazy right now. Just a simple, normal smile. Great job. And now relax your face. And how about a frown for me? Just big frown, big frown. Great. Now we're gonna do one more, and do a big smile. Let's make sure that the muscles are working to the fullest extent of their ability. Good job. You did great. Now, the last thing that the facial nerve does is more than just provide movement to your face, but also to provide your tongue with its ability to taste, mostly on the tip. So, think you could open up for me? I promise it's nothing bad. Don't be concerned. I would never feed you something gross, and we have all of your allergy information, so don't worry, it'll be perfectly safe. Just go, ah. Okay. And here you go. How is that? Can you tell me what it tastes like? It's good, right? See, I told you it wouldn't be bad at all. It's just a little treat for doing so well. And it seems like you can taste just fine. Alright, let's get going to your hearing. The eighth cranial nerve is the vestibulocochlear nerve. This one controls hearing, but also balance. I don't want you to get hurt, so we're just going to be focused on hearing today, okay? Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is listen very carefully and just tell me what side the sound is coming from. Left or right, okay? Alright, let's get started. Okay, left or right? And again, left or right? Again, left or right? Left or right? Great job. And let's do one more. Left or right? Great job. Now for this next one, do you think you can tell me what tone this is? No? How about one more time? Still no? Don't worry, I don't have a clue either. I just kind of like the sound. Now, we're gonna do one more check of your hearing, and I just need you to tell me whether the sound is close or far, okay? Close or far? And close or far? Okay, next. Close or far? Good job. One more time. Close or far? Perfect. You did great. Looks like your hearing's working really well too. And it's fine if you can't tell the tone of the tuning fork. It's definitely not required. Alright, alright. Our next nerves are cranial nerves 9 and 10. And again, we're kind of going to work on these together. These are the glossopharyngeal and vagus nerves. They're tied to a lot, but today we're just only going to be testing one part of them, and that is their control over swallowing. So, if you need it, I'll pour you some water, but if you're not thirsty, don't worry about it. I just need you to swallow. Slowly. One more time. Good, good. No issues with your swallow response. Okay. Looks pretty good. Another thing the vagus nerve does is help handle the parasympathetic control of our hearts and lungs. And it just kind of felt a little inappropriate to try and test that, so we're gonna leave it. How is your response to scary movies or games? And does your heart rate get up? Well, me too. And we're just gonna assume that's pretty normal for you. I'm sure it's working fine. I wouldn't want to scare you or anything, you know? Alright. We're almost done. Did you know that? We're moving pretty quickly, but it's because you're such a good subject. Okay. This is the 11th cranial nerve. It's the accessory nerve. So, kind of things around your head. Shoulders, neck, etc. This one's a little more in depth. I hope that's okay. I'm going to guide your movement a little bit, and we're going to make sure your neck and shoulders move appropriately. So, I'm just going to put my hands on you, one on either side, and guide you. Gentle tilting, okay? Just moving your head side to side. Great. And then up and down. Excellent. One more time. Side to side. And then up and down. Great. Excellent, excellent. Good range of motion. No concerns detected. Okay. And next, again, light touching. I'm just going to press my hands lightly on your shoulders, and all I want you to do is just push up against my hands. Like a little shrug, okay? So, I'm gonna press down a little bit. Just a little bit of pressure. And just shrug those shoulders, okay? Just raise them up. Great job. Now I'm gonna press a little more and just raise them up. Great. One more time. Up. Good. You have great strength in your neck and shoulders. No concerns. And don't worry, you're doing perfectly. You're providing me with plenty of really, really great data. Now, before we do our final check, the last nerve, let me write down my notes some more. I can't be forgetting any of this. Trust me, it's really valuable. You are one of the best subjects we've ever had. Most people don't follow instructions so well, or they get bored and start kind of letting their minds wander, and then we get sloppy data. You're doing fantastic, though. Really, I'm so thankful you volunteered. Okay. So, for our last one, the 12th cranial nerve, the glossal nerve. This one controls the tongue movement and its articulation. It's very important for speech. So, again, no tasting anything this time, but I do need you to open wide. I know it feels silly, but don't worry. I'm right here and you don't have to do any of this alone, okay? So, just open your mouth and go, ah. And I'm just going to tell you how to move your tongue, and I want you to do that for me, okay? Now, can you touch it to the roof of your mouth? And then down to your lower teeth. And then left, and all the way to the right. Now, can you kind of move it around in a circle? Perfect. And one last thing, can you roll your tongue? It's okay if you can't. Not everyone can. It's not super important. Great job. Looks like everything's in working order there too. And you can close your mouth and relax. You did a really good job. You should feel really proud. Let me make sure my notes are all in order. Everything looks great. All responses recorded. Excellent data. Really, great job. You've been so cooperative, and you did a great job staying focused. 100% the best subject. I'm really proud of you for trying so hard, truly, and I appreciate it. This really makes things easier for me. Trust me, compiling sloppy data, that's a huge pain. With data like this, it's not going to take me any time at all. You know, I meant it when I said not everyone is as compliant as you are. So, if you're open to it, I could use additional sessions. Just, to be thorough. Just to make sure I have enough data points. You wouldn't mind, right? I mean, you did already volunteer this time after all. And that is it for today, but if you don't want to rush off, you don't have to. I just have to tidy up here, and then I'm done for the day. If you want to hang out until then, you're more than welcome to. And I wouldn't mind observing you a little bit more, but, just a little bit. So, I hope even if you have to leave for today, you'll come back soon so I can get some more data on you. Trust me, I'd really, really appreciate it. And thank you again for coming.